I thought today would be a good day to do the gift giving guide for the hiker and backpacker in your life. Hey, what's going on? It's Matt. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to go over 10 plus gift ideas for the hiker and backpacker in your life. I typically do some sort of gift guide on this channel every year. This year I'm going to focus on the hiking aspect of this channel because it's kind of a relatively new iteration for this channel, being that this has primarily been a fishing channel. And the holidays are coming up, and instead of waiting to do this, I'm going to do it now. Simply for the fact that sales are going to start kicking in, and it's been a crazy year, and God knows what else will happen in 2020. So I'm just going to dive right into this. There'll be links down below. Those are our affiliate links. If you click them, there's no cost to you, but it does help out the channel, so greatly appreciate it. And please consider subscribing. And if you found this information useful, like the video. Anyway, let's dive right into this. I'm going to start off with a very popular item for me, and that is a Nalgene bottle. This obviously has my morning tea in it right now, but there are kind of, two kinds of people that hike and backpack. Some people really hate these things. Some people really love them. I'm on the love side. They're only about $10. They're relatively indestructible. And basically you can pour boiling water in this. You can basically, cook out of this if you really needed to. The real benefit to these things is that it seals up nice and tight, and the fact that it is practically indestructible. Fun fact, if you go to Nalgene's site, you can actually customize these things with photos and logos. This one obviously is a custom one. It gets a little bit pricey, but still kind of neat, and the turnaround time is relatively short. Next up, I'm going to talk real quickly about Diddy Bags. Now, Diddy Bags are just basically bags that can hold any of the gear that you're bringing hiking or backpacking with you, and they come in a lot of different styles and a lot of different price ranges. They don't have to be expensive. This is a Sea Summit 2-liter, and it is considered a dry bag, and the reason why it's a dry bag is because it'll keep the stuff inside dry. This is great for electronics if you're going to go into wet weather, but these things can be a little bit more pricey. On the other hand, you have something like this, which is a granite gear. Essentially, these things get a lot more cost effective. However, they are not waterproof, but this is really more about organization within the bag for the hiker in your life. And when I'm opening this bag, I want to talk about something else that's a great gift, and that is a Sawyer Squeeze. This happens to be the Sawyer Mini. This is probably around $19. The flow rate on these things are great, but what this does is it basically purifies and cleans non-drinkable water and makes it drinkable, which you can then pour into the Nalgene bottle that I just showed you. But these things are great, and any backpacker or hiker knows that they can never have too many of these things, although they will last a long time. Can't hurt to have another one. Next up, let's talk about power on the trail and battery packs. This happens to be a little 5,000 milliamp Anchor battery. This will recharge your cell phone probably about one full time. This is great for a day hike, or if you need to charge your camera or whatever it may be, even your headlamp. This is a larger one. This is something that I would consider for someone who's a heavy backpack in your life. This is about 2,600 milliamps. 26,000, milliamps, and this is a little bit more pricey. This is probably around $15. This is probably around $40, but they're crucial to have and always a welcome gift. Tools on the trail. A lot of backpackers who are weight conscious probably will tell you that you don't need tools on the trail. I will argue with them until my face turns blue, but in this hand right here, I have a Gerber Mini. This is a little multi-tool, relatively lightweight, about $19. It has pliers, obviously, as you can see here. There's a little knife. There's a little set of tweezers. There's a little pair of scissors in there, which come in super handy out on the trail if you need little things. Also, I recommend a knife. This is a little Leatherman Skeletal knife. These things are inexpensive as well. Links obviously down below. Medical kits. Look, I'm shocked every year when I find out how many people don't have some sort of medical kit in their backpack. just when they go on a day hike. Even if you just get a minor cut or sprain, these things are good to have. Or even if you just need Tylenol on the trail because you have a headache because you're at a higher altitude. Both these kits are made by Adventure Metal Kits. This one is actually custom. I built it out myself, which is always a good idea, but Adventure Medical Kits makes a wide variety of sizes. This is just for a day hike, relatively inexpensive, around $15. This one was built out initially for 2 to 3 people for multiple days and overnights. So you'll have your pick to choose from. So these things are just peace of mind. A bug net for your head, because bugs are annoying and a lot of people don't bring these. This is a little bag that goes over your head that has mesh netting in it. I'm not going to take it out and put it on right now, but you'll get the gist of it. It goes over and it blocks any bugs or no-see-ums from kind of biting your face if you're going in the summertime, or even in the wintertime. Sometimes if there's a lot of water, stagnant water by an area, you will walk through a pool of mosquitoes and it is not fun. Also crucial to have if you're a camper and you're around the campfire at night and you just don't want to get bit in your face over and over again. These things are like $10 and a bunch of different brands make them. Communication on the trail. This can get a little bit expensive, and if you've got a lot of money to spend, and now I can't find my Garmin InReach Mini. There it is. This is a Garmin InReach Mini. This is expensive. This is around $350, but it is crucial if you're going into a place that doesn't have cell service and if you're going alone, because you can communicate with loved ones and emergency contacts when you're out on the trail when you don't have service, because this basically works off of a satellite, and if things get really, really bad, you can hit that button right there and you can have a chopper come pick you up. Now, if you don't want to spend the $350 and the person in your life goes hiking with a group of people, I just talked about these things, two-way radios or walkie-talkies. These things are awesome. They will go a fair amount of distance, and it's a great way to stay in contact with the person who's in your party up ahead of you or behind you to find out what's going out on the trail. Plus, these have access to NOAA, so you can keep abreast of what the weather's going on. But if the person in your life just goes solo hiking and backpacking, they're not that useful because you kind of need another person to talk to on the other end of the line. Headlamps. Let's just not talk about headlamps, but let's also talk about just lamps in general. Every hiker and backpacker should have a headlamp, and a good one, in my opinion. This is the Petzl Active Core. The core part of it is the rechargeable battery. This will kind of bump this particular model of headlamp up to the $60 to $70 range. You can buy it without. This will also run off of just AAA batteries. However, a lot of goals that backpackers and hikers have when they go out is to be all rechargeable, so they don't have to lug around batteries, because batteries just aren't light. This is what I would consider a camp light. Any lightweight backpacker will tell you, I don't need that if I have a headlamp, so this would be a priority over this. However, I bring this sometimes if we're going with a group of people, because it's nice to have kind of an ambient light around the campfire or just around camp in general, so you can find your way around. This one is rechargeable as well, and I think it cost me about $19 at the time. Maps. Paper maps. Not enough people walk around with paper maps, in my opinion. These things are just great to have. You obviously do have to know how to read them. It's not that difficult. Compass along with a map can get you out of pretty much any situations if you know how to use both pieces of equipment. Relatively inexpensive. You can buy these on Amazon, or you can walk into your local REI and pick one up. And in the same breath, I probably would say books are a good idea. This happens to be a bushcraft book by Dave Canterbury, who's kind of a legend in the field. It doesn't have to be bushcraft, but just like kind of camping essentials. This really does have a lot of practical knowledge in it on how to start a fire from scratch and how to build a structure from scratch, and even how to purify water if you don't have a water purifier. So take a look at this. This is always a good idea. I feel like I'm missing stuff. I'm looking in front of me and I see it. When it comes to emergency stuff, an emergency blanket. These things can be picked up at REI or Amazon as well. This should go everywhere. This should be in your car, in my opinion, because not only does it keep you warm if you get into a situation where you know, temperatures just drop and you're kind of stuck somewhere, but it also will stave off shock if something traumatic has happened to you. It could save your life, and it weighs nothing and it packs down to nothing. And this particular brand, when I unfold it all, will cover my whole body, and I'm 6'4". Lastly, one more thing that you might want to consider getting somebody in your life that's a backpacker and a hiker for a gift is a cook set. Now, this is the MSR cook set. This includes a stove, this includes a pot, and this includes like a pot grabber. You don't have to get the whole system. This can get a little bit pricey at around $70. Look for them on sale. I happen to love this particular one because see how small it packs down, and there's actually a fuel can in here right now as well. In that same breath, buy them a little titanium stove, a BRS stove. It'll cost you 19 bucks. I'll look for a link and put one down in the description below, or you can just buy them the fuel as well. I hope I just gave you a ton of ideas on what to get the hiker or backpacker in your life for a gift. It doesn't have to be for the upcoming holiday season, but thanks for watching these things. Like I said, those links down below are affiliate links. They do help out the channel at no cost to you. Thanks for watching these things. Hope everyone's having a great day. Talk to you soon.